Hello, this is Ashwini. In this video, I am explaining about the key steps regarding Jupyter Notebook. Welcome Python enthusiast. In this video, we will walk you through the key steps using Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is a powerful tool for interactive coding and data analysis. If you already installed the Jupyter Notebook, you know that this one is dashboard, and in this dashboard you can create and save your notebooks. In this option new, you click on Python 3, you can create your own new notebook. I have already created one notebook and named this Python basic. In this file option, you can see the options are rename, save, and to download your notebook as you want. In this kernel option, you want to start, interrupt. I am restarting my kernel to show how the Python Jupyter Notebook works. Numbers. Python has integers and floats. Integers are simply whole numbers. Like type, if you want to know the type of data type, run this uses option integer. If you want the type of this 3.14, it gives us float. If you wrote a variable pi, in this variable you wrote this 3.14, if you want to know the type of this pi, it gives us also the same answer what the numbers suggest this float. Another, there are strings. Strings are used in Python. Strings are characters, like just what it sounds like. Means strings are letters, numbers, whatever written in single quoted or double quoted. There are different strings methods. You can use this upper, lower, replace, and count options. If you wrote this string in single quoted and you want this uppercase, you have to write this code string dot upper, and this parenthesis gives us in uppercase. If you want this lower, you wrote this code string dot lower in parenthesis, uses lower. If you want to replace some of the alphabet in this your string, you wrote this code, you can write this code string dot replace r, replace with m, this gives us mule. If you want to count the numbers in your list, number of list is, and if you count, these are string values, these are rotated in single quoted, so these are string values. You can use this count function in your string values, gives us 3. Another, there is a boolean. Boolean values are simply true and false. It gives us the answer, your code as a true or false. 10 is equal to 10 is equal to true. If you use this 10 is equal to 11, it gives us false. Jupyter Notebook is very sensitive for words. This gives us mic and this gives mice. Mic is equal to mice, this gives us false. If you check the inequality, use this exclamatory is equal to mark. 10 is not equal to 10, it gives us false because it is false. 10 is not equal to 11, it is true, this gives us true. You can also use the less than, greater than options. Next, there are strings. Strings are used in square bracket. Fruits are I wrote this fruits is equal to, in square bracket you can use the single quoted in apple, lemon, the list of text or list of numbers, you can write this. If you print this fruit, it gives me the list of it gives us my list. And if you want to access the elements in the list, you can use the index number. Index number start from 0, and from ending the start from -1, -1, -2, -3, -4. If you wrote this fruit is index number 2, it gives us orange. And if you wrote this -2, it use the whatever on this index number. And if the list is longer, and if you want to know the length of list, you can use this code length of fruits. It gives me the answer is 4. My list is of 4 indexes. You can use this append function also. If you add another any variable in the list, you can use this fruits dot append. I want to add the blueberry, I use this fruit dot append blueberry, and if I wrote this print, I print the fruits my list is these uses complete with blueberry, my original list with blueberry, by using the append function. Next, there are dictionaries. If you use key values pairs, there is a dictionary. Dictionary is written curly brackets. I wrote these words: apple is equal to red. This is sign of double single colon is for red, is equal to lemon. You can use this is equal to sign also, and you can use this double dots also. Apple is equal to red and lemon is equal to yellow. Apple and lemon are key values and red and yellow are values. If you want the value of key, this apple, you can write this in square bracket words of apple. It gives us the value of apple means red. The words is not defined. Words apple name, words is not defined. Okay, I don't run this. It gives me words apple red and lemon yellow. Words, the apple is key and red is a value, so written is the red value. This also work with numbers. If you wrote these numbers 1 is equal to 1, and this is my dictionary, output gives 1 is equal to 1, and I told you this 1 is a key. If you want to print as keys only, the keys are 1 and 2. In previous dictionaries our apples and lemons are keys. Next, there are control statements. Control statements means if statements, if or else. You can add this elif also. In if you want to know the number is equal to 2, and if number is equal to 2, print number, else. The if statement used to check the condition is true. Essentially, if the condition is true, the Python interpreter runs a block statements called if block. If the statement is false, the interpreter skips the block, and another block statement is else block. If you want to run this, it gives you the number is 20, and if you add this in elif number, this number is equal to 20, print the number is 20. Elif number is greater than 20, print the number is greater than 20. And lastly, else is optional, else print the number is less than 20. It gives me the indentation error. You have to practice that. To read the error, as simple, just don't want the space. It gives me the number 20. Next, there are loops also. There are two kinds of loops in Python: for loop and while loop. If you have code and you want to repeat the number of times, you use this for loop. In colors, red, green below, and you want to sentence for color in colors, print I love plus color. In for loop, you want this and repeat sentences. I love and this color is repeated for. This is a loop. And while loop is also used in repeating section, but unlike for a loop, a while loop continues until a defined condition is made. Until defined condition is number is equal to 1, while number is less than or equal to 5, means until 5 it can loop. It doesn't loop for infinite. If you want the sprint number, you can get this is a infinite. I have to write here the number is equal to number in small letter, number plus minus plus or is equal to 1. Shift plus enter. This is a while loop. A function for I in the range of 0 and 10, print I. My kernel is interrupted. I have to reconnect it. Another functions are blocks or reusable code that perform a single task. And next is a file. If you want to open this file, you wrote this code. F is equal to open one.txt in W means write format, f dot write my first YouTube video, and f dot close. You have to close this file if you want to you have opened this in single parenthesis. And also you have opened to read means file open to one.txt in read format, content f dot read in single parenthesis, f dot close print content. You can get this read content. Okay, the length is small. Thank you.